Alright, so we got ourselves Ginyu Force to start off here, and it's a nice easy team, and I actually got them all the friendship rank 10, so I can fairly use them here. As you can see here, it's mostly Z tier with 3 S tiers and 1 B tier because the blue Frieza, and it's the first time in a while since I've actually seen Goku in S tier. Usually he's down in A tier, but he's not been boosted up to S tier. Frieza's still B tier, and obviously if you have the other 3 as you can see down there, I would suggest Jaiter or Ginyu because they're phenomenal. Next up we got ourselves Uni Reps, and I'm actually counting them as a team because I actually have them, again, friendship rank 10, most of them anyway. I can get them all up whenever need be. As you can see here, there's a lot of options to make it essentially just another team. If you have the blue Champa, Bergamo, Kale or Rosie, by all means run them. The red Kale is honestly a really good option as well if it calls for it, that you need a lot more reds for next season. Obviously use her. Then green Vados, decent support. But yeah, this is mostly the team sitting right here. Next up, we got ourselves Sun Family, and I have a feeling they've actually tanked it, mostly. Only because of the fact, for the first time in my life that I've seen TOP, the green EX Super Saiyan Goku, the one that heals the people, has been dropped to A tier, because he's always been in S tier for the past like 20 odd seasons at this point. So it's a shock to see that. As well as the Super Saiyan 2 EX Blue Gohan and GT Goku being put down to B tier. But it's still a runnable team because it's just usual. And obviously you got ourselves last here, Regen. And again, it's a similar situation to the Sun Family, but a lot more, let's just say, egregious, because the fact that everyone here is mostly the same shit. And as you can see down here, Sparkling Green Truby is essentially just a Trunks infused with Baby from GT, which I have him there because he's honestly a really good unit from what I've seen and heard of. So yeah, this is mostly the Regen team. Nothing really too much changed, to be quite fair. And obviously, there's some honourable mentions because there's actually quite a few teams that I could have made up this season. But those are the 4 teams, obviously 2 safeties and 2 actual, like, harder teams. But obviously, Super Warriors, Female Warriors and Movies are very honourable mentions. And if you can run them, by all means, I would recommend it because they are honestly really good enough. Female Warriors a bit more difficult compared to the other 2, but they're still possible, still runnable, easy enough to use for the most part. And obviously, we got ourselves last up the free-to-play squad, because if you don't have anyone else, I'm 90% sure that you have at least all these characters, because if you have been playing recently, well then that's a bit of a different issue. But if you've been playing for at least like 2 years, well then you should have these characters, and they're honestly really good stuff to help with obviously disruption and buffs and debuffs. So yeah, this has been my video, and I shall see you all in the next one.